Hello, people. Welcome back to some FPE. We are here. It is the semifinals now. It's been a couple weeks since we've done this FPE stuff, but we're in the semifinals, if you remember. And this is the semifinal battle versus the Wailmer Bremens. We did face this team a few weeks back, so this is a rematch. But we're here in the semifinals, big game. Obviously, we're trying to move on to the championship. If we lose, season's over. That's how this works. I'm bringing a very similar team to the one that I brought in our regular season matchup. I did tweak a few sets, but I'm bringing the exact same Azumarill, exact same Arctozolt. Um, I tweaked Sceptile's EVs a little bit, made Vanillix a little more offensive, gave Steelix a Rocky Helmet and Stealth Rock, and I switched out Chestnut for Rotom Heat. The Rotom Heat should be able to help us deal with Blacephalon a little bit better, but this team looks entirely different from the one that he brought to me during the regular season. The only thing that came last time was Blacephalon, and I think everything else is new, so I am a little bit concerned that we have an entirely different team here, but I guess he wanted to mix it up for the rematch, which is understandable. Um, so yeah, Mega Lopunny is actually a pretty big threat. Steelix can hopefully deal with that, but Sceptile outspeeds it, which is nice. Arctozolt is looking good again. Incineroar is going to be really annoying though. I think the goal is going to be weaken Incineroar as much as possible. And we should be able to dent his team with Vanillix pretty well. That should help us weaken Incineroar a lot. Rotom is going to be very useful for Blacephalon and Incineroar, the two fire types. And so is Azumarill. Azumarill can put in nice work here, but Melodic is here, and so is Dragalge, but it's not too bad. I honestly want to lead with Steelix, if I'm being honest, because I'm scared of a Mega Lopunny lead. Mega Lopunny gets a U-turn now, which is tough. I don't really want to lead anything else versus it. I suppose I could lead Rotom, alternatively, but yeah, Gliscor is a problem also. Gliscor is a problem for Rotom. Let's lead Steelix. I think Steelix is a good lead. Yeah, because we see Incineroar. Incineroar makes sense. I don't know if he'll go for the fire move. He might just parting shot. Kind of want to just get up Stealth Rock. Gliscor might have Defog. But if Stealth Rock goes up, this thing could very likely be Boots as well. I think this thing is likely Boots. But Stealth Rock going up is still going to be nice for Blacephalon and just chipping everything else. Like I said, I don't know if we see the Flare Blitz here, because I think my Rotom Heat switch is pretty obvious, and I think he'll probably want to predict that and go for Parting Shot. Plus, I have Rocky Helmet, so if he goes for Flare Blitz, he'll take a lot of chip anyway. I want to just set up Stealth Rock here. I don't know if he will risk Incineroar this early. I mean, I'm a Steelix, so my defense is really high. Flare Blitz might do like 50%. And we can live it. Yeah, so we just see the U-turn, no parting shot, and that's really good for the Rocky Helmet damage, so U-turn's even better than parting shot there. And we see Gliscor. Unfortunately, I brought Fire Fang instead of Ice Fang, because I was expecting him to bring a Scavalier again. But we see Gliscor. Wish I had the Ice Fang here. We could just see a Defog come out. I don't know what else this Gliscor might do. I mean, I suppose it could Earthquake. It could get up rocks of his own if that's what he prioritizes, but I think I can get Vanillix in. If he goes for Earthquake, it'll do good damage, but I think getting Vanillix in now would be nice. Let's try to get that in and see what he does. Swords Dance. That's spooky. I actually don't know if I outspeed this. I actually don't know if I outspeed this. I know I have some speed investment on this Vanillix, but I don't know if it's enough to outspeed Gliscor. I mean, if it's Swords Dance, I'm gonna assume that it has speed investment. And I'm gonna assume that it outspeeds Vanillix. But I don't really want to lose Vanillix this early. I don't. I have the Ice Shard. I could go for the Ice Shard and then bring an Arctozolt. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't really have a switch into this otherwise. Steelix is not a switch in because Steelix can't touch this. I don't want to take the damage on a Azumarill. I don't even know if I don't think Aqua Jet will one-hit KO this from full. No way. Rotom could potentially wall, but if it has Facade, then no. And Rotom can't touch this thing either. Gliscor is a huge problem. I think my only play here really is to Ice Shard into Arctozolt and then maximize my Hail turns. If he pivots into Incineroar after that, so be it. Yeah, this Gliscor is a problem. This Gliscor is actually an enormous problem. I don't think I outspeed it. If he has no speed, though, he'll probably switch. So I'm just going to go for Ice Shard. That's good chip. And we die here. Yeah, that was really tough. I didn't expect Swords Dance Gliscor. I mean, I didn't really expect Gliscor at all, to be honest, but I didn't expect it to be Swords Dance. So that was a good bring. The Ice Shard chip is really good, though. You know, let's try to keep this thing low. I threatened this thing out with an Ice move. His switch in is Incineroar. Bolt Beak here is a crazy play. Bolt Beak here is a pretty crazy play. That I don't know if I can make at this point in time. The problem is if he switches out and brings Gliscor back in and Swords Dances again, Arctozolt won't outspeed it after the Hail is gone. And then at that point, checking Gliscor is going to be really hard. So, I want to go for Bolt Beak really bad and catch the Incineroar on the switch, but because like I doubt he stays in. It's a really aggressive play for me to make, and if I get it wrong, I think I just lose. I'm scared of Gliscor though, because like I said, he switches out Gliscor here, brings it in again after Hail is over, and then Arctozolt can no longer outspeed. Let's go for the Bolt Beak. Fuck. No. That hurts, man. That's tough. That's really tough. It's classic overprediction, boys. I don't think we're necessarily out of it yet, but we're really far behind now. This is really tough. Icicle Spear was my safe play, but I wanted to be aggressive. It's not over yet. I think, um, like, Sceptile is still really good, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like, just trying to think. I mean, I can still check this thing with a Azumarill, you know? Um, and I think it's in Leaf Storm range as well from Sceptile. So, I kind of just want to go into Sceptile and click Leaf Storm. I think that's my play. Because he doesn't really, you know... I doubt he switches at this point. So, let's just go for that. That was really tough. I tried to make a play and go for the Bolt Beak when I should have just gone for Icicle Spear. And, you know, had my Arc Result in, because even after pivoting out on the Icicle Spear, you know, he would have had to take the Bolt Beak after and then pivot around into that. It was really hard for him to deal with, so... yeah. That's tough. It's really tough. I guess at that point he didn't really value Gliscor as much after it took out Vanillix. So he just wanted to let it go down, which I understand. So we see Dragalge now. I think Steelix should be able to deal with anything this wants to go for, unless it goes for Scald here or Surf. I don't remember if it gets Surf or Scald. I know it gets a Water move. If it goes for the Water move on Steelix, that's going to be tough. I also think this thing does outspeed Steelix, right? I'm pretty sure it does. It's like base like 40 speed or something. I'm done. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how fast this thing is. Yeah, base 44 speed. It should outspeed Steelix. You know, I could go for Earthquake here, but he's going to go for the Poison move. I'm going to go Steelix anyway. I kind of have to. He can't overpredict here. So we see Toxic Spikes. That's a little annoying for a Azumarill. Yeah, that Milotic in the back is looking scary for me to deal with. Unfortunately, I lost my Freeze Dryer and my Bolt Beaker. So Milotic is going to be tough for me to take out. Incineroar is still healthy. And of course Lopunny is still there in the back and Blacephalon. So I'm expecting probably a Milotic switch here. Like, it's almost guaranteed at this point. So I kind of just want to double out into Rotom. Try to get a little momentum here. Oh, it actually has Flip Turn. Interesting. I didn't know this thing got Flip Turn. That's cool. Smart play. I didn't expect the Flip Turn. I thought it would hard switch, but it was faster. Good news is Dragalge takes the Rocky Helmet. I don't think it had... It does not have Black Sludge. We did not see Black Sludge on Dragalge, so... Yeah, it's going to come in at like 60%. That might be Earthquake range from Sceptile. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know what he brings in here, though. I don't know what he brings in here. I still can't believe that Gliscor 1v1 my fucking Hail Core, dude. Like, both my ice types. Yeah, that was tough. That set us back pretty far behind. But like I said, I don't think we're out of it. I really don't. But I think we have to get, like, every play right from this point on in order to still win. The Arc Result play was so rough, though. Okay. So we do see Incineroar here. And Incineroar does take rocks. That's beautiful. It's not heavy-duty boots. That's so good for me. That's actually fantastic. Just trying to think. I want to say I outspeed this. I think I outspeed this. And I don't know what he's going to do. Might knock off. Probably knock off if I had to guess. Probably just going to knock off me. I need to keep this Rotom. I mean, it helps with Milotic, definitely. I need to get chip damage on Milotic. I don't even know if Leaf Storm would take it out from full. You know, if it's like specially defensive, because Milotic is so thick. And Lopunny is still healthy, of course. Luckily, I have 2 Rocky Helmet Mons. I have Rocky Helmet Rotom and Rocky Helmet Steelix. So, like, if I keep getting these Rocky Helmet hits off, like, Sceptile can win. My biggest concern right now is that Blacephalon is Choice Scarf, which I feel like is likely, because he needs something to check Sceptile. I know last time he brought sub Blacephalon, but, you know, he needs something that can check Sceptile, right? So I feel like Blacephalon is likely Scarfed. But that's why I have a Sulfist Azumarill in the back. And this Rotom is especially defensive. So here against this Incineroar, like, I want to say I can pivot back into Steelix, but I kind of want to, you know, keep Steelix healthy for these things. I kind of want to just Toxic it, to be honest. Like, if he knocks off, that's fine. You know? Like, he'll take Helmet. Yeah, see. Oh my god, that did so much. Why did that do so much damage? I can Pain Split on Milotic. And even Dragalge, potentially. Or I can just save this thing for a sack. I think I definitely Volt Switch out here. So this Incineroar is dead. If I go Steelix, it dies to Rocky Helmet. I don't know what he's going to do. If he's going to U-turn or if he's going to double knock off. If I'm him, I'm clicking knock off again. Makes me not want to go Steelix. I kind of want to save the Rocky Helmet and Steelix for Lopunny. I'm going to make the Azumarill play. I'm expecting a knockoff here. Yep. We take that. Yeah. Losing the health on Azumarill is kind of tough, but it's not the end of the world, because like Milotic is still healthy at the end of the day, and Aqua Jet will always take out Blacephalon. You know. So it's 4-4 again. Like I said, we're still in this. Like Rotom Pete's almost dead, but if I can bring it in successfully on Milotic, I can Pain Split. But even just saving it as a sack for momentum is going to be good. Like I said, Sceptile is my win con here, but I think it's going to come down to Sceptile versus Blacephalon. And if that's the case, I need to save this Azumarill's Aqua Jet. So it's really going to be like how he plays his Milotic here. If he saves his Milotic for Azumarill. Because I feel like he could bring it out now. But he could also save it. He could also save it and just go Lopunny. So I don't think an Aqua Jet will take out Lopunny from full. He could even go Dragalge potentially. I don't know. So we do see Milotic. Okay. I don't want to stay in. Let me see. Let me think about this turn. I think the obvious play is to sacrifice a Rotom Heat, bring in Sceptile, and click Leaf Storm. But I'm just trying to think. Alternatively, I could go hard Sceptile here, take the water move, and threaten it out. Although if I get burned by Scald, that's actually... I guess it's actually not the end of the world. I have Dragon Pulse for Dragalge, which should kill from this range. It's not AV. I'm just thinking I want to save the Rodent Heat, like, still. Even though, like, I know it's at 5%. I'm definitely not staying in with Azumarill here, because I need to save Azumarill. The cool thing is, Facade is actually more powerful than Play Rough now, because of the Toxic Spike. That's kind of cool. I think I go hard Sceptile here. There's no way he clicks Ice Beam, if he even has Ice Beam. There's no way he clicks it here, so I go hard Sceptile. What is he going to do? Yep, so there's the Scald. Oh, I forgot, we can't even get burned because of Toxic Spikes. So that's good. And it's Flame Orb. That's good information to know. So that's actually really good. I mean, it's going to shut down Azumarill, but it means it's not going to have any leftovers, and it's going to take passive damage. That's really good. Yeah, Flame Orb just makes it really physically bulky, so... I don't know, maybe it could have taken a Bulk Week, I doubt it. I think I just fire off a Leaf Storm here. I want to say Leaf Storm into -2 Dragon Pulse will take out Dragalge. I want to say. You know, alternatively, I could try to go for Dragon Pulse here, but... you know, if Milotic stays in and goes for Ice Beam... I think that's bad. You know, let me think for a minute here. My obvious play is Leaf Storm. You know, I think he has to hold on to this Milotic. I think he has to hold on to this Milotic because I still have Azumarill and Steelix. Like, Steelix is nice, being at 90% to deal with Lopunny. And I mean, we've seen Dragalge has Flip Turn, which means I don't think it has like Surf or Scald, so it probably can't touch Steelix, which is good. I think his play here is switching into Dragalge. And I still think Dragon Pulse with 2 KO this Milotic. I'm gonna DT Dragalge one more time. Because I also have Earthquake on this. Yeah, it has a lot of special defense. Not a lot of defense. It's going to take Stealth Rock on switching. It's going to be at 60%. The Leaf Storm's not going to do anything, though. It might knock it down to 50. At that point, I don't know if Earthquake kills. I don't know if Earthquake will kill. I feel like it won't, personally. And I still need to save Sceptile to check Lopunny. I feel like I need to Leaf Storm here. I want to go for Dragon Pulse. But, just gonna Leaf Storm. Yeah. Dragon Pulse was really tempting there. It's fine. Because like I say, I can go Steelix here. I just want this Dragalge to be in range. And I need to save Sceptile to be able to take out Lopunny. Oh, I hope Lopunny doesn't have priority. I didn't think about Lopunny having Quick Attack. If Lopunny has Quick Attack, that's bad. Maybe I should have gone for Dragon Pulse there. I'm going to go Steelix here, though. Yep. And I think... like, his play is Flip Turn, right? His play is Flip Turn every time because Dragalge's faster than Steelix. So his play is always Flip Turn. Now that Dragalge has taken that chip damage, though, I know that it's going to be in range of Sceptile next time. Earthquake. That's really all I wanted. I didn't want to risk it. I'm thinking of sacking Rotom now on the flip turn so I can get momentum into whatever he wants to go into. I'm playing off the assumption that Blacephalon is Scarf and outspeeds Sceptile. I'm almost positive that it does. The problem here is Steelix can't touch my Milotic. And if I lose Rotom, my only way of dealing with my Milotic is Leaf Storm. Yeah, I wish I Dragon Pulsed actually that turn and just killed this Dragalge. It's okay. Alternatively, I could go Sceptile here on the flip turn. Or I could go Azumarill, but I don't think that's the play. Because Azumarill just invites in Milotic. I don't really want Milotic to keep coming in. I need Milotic to take more damage. I'm gonna go Sceptile, I think. It's tough. If Lopunny has Quick Attack for Sceptile, this is like really bad. I don't think I can do it. I need to save Azumarill for Blacephalon though. I can't risk it, and it's like I can't let Milotic just sit here for free. He's gonna flip turn here 100%. Flip turn is always his play. I don't want to sack Rotom yet. I'm hanging on to this Rotom sack though. Trust me. I'm hanging on to this Rotom sack. So we bring in Sceptile on the flip turn. I knew he would flip turn there. Now I'm trying to see what he goes into. If he goes Blacephalon now, I think then we do the Rotom sack. Maybe, potentially, because I don't know if Azumarill can take a Shadow Ball. I got my Assault Fist knocked off, so it's tough. It's really tough. This Toxic Spike is wearing down too Sceptile, which is really tough. Eventually I'm just going to have to keep Steelix in and try to kill something. But the problem is like, he can always bring out Milotic on Steelix, especially because it's Flame Orb. He's thinking about this though. I think he's probably going to bring in Blacephalon here. We could see Lopunny though. If he brings in Lopunny, I'm going straight back out into Steelix. I still have my Rocky Helmet, yes, I do. Yep, so we see Blacephalon there. It is not Leftovers. You know, it's probably Scarf. I have to assume it's Scarf. Like, you know, it took him a while to bring it in, but I have to assume it's Scarf. It only makes sense that it's Scarf. I can't leave Sceptile in here, you know, because, like, if Blacephalon takes out Sceptile... The thing is, like, at this point, like, I need Sceptile for Milotic. You know, I don't have anything else for Milotic. That's why losing the Hail Core early was so tough, because it just made Milotic so much harder for me to deal with. And I need to save Sceptile. Cannot let Sceptile go down. You know, Shadow Ball will take me out. He's probably just gonna go for Shadow Ball here, and I think Shadow Ball will take out Azumarill too. So I think I finally sack Rotom Heat here. It just sucks sacking Rotom Heat now because I feel like I wanted to save it for Milotic, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the opportunity to bring it in. I really don't think I'm going to. So I'm gonna sack it here. Yeah, I have to. And at this point, I have to bring out Azumarill. And I feel like I have to make a double switch here. Alternatively, I could Facade on Milotic. I don't think that gets me anywhere. This play is like 50-50 because like my obvious play is Aqua Jet in front of this Blacephalon, but he has to save Blacephalon in order to check Sceptile. If he loses Blacephalon here, Sceptile will beat his team, and he knows that. So his obvious switch is Milotic. That means my alternative play is to double switch into Sceptile, and then that puts me in a position to click Leaf Storm. Now, um, so it's a 50-50. It's a matter of, am I going to click Aqua Jet, or am I going to double switch into Sceptile? Is he going to switch into Milotic, or is he just going to click Shadow Ball? Like I said, Shadow Ball is a really risky play for him because if I Aqua Jet and he loses Blacephalon, I think Sceptile can beat his team. This is all assuming that that Lopunny doesn't have Quick Attack. If Lopunny has Quick Attack, it's tough for me. But if Lopunny does not have Quick Attack, I think Sceptile does it. I think Sceptile can do it. But you know, if I Aqua Jet here into Milotic, that puts me in a predicament. Because alternatively for me, I need this Azumarill to take out Blacephalon. I cannot, like, assuming this Blacephalon is Scarf, I can't take it out with, you know, it's just going to kill these two things. Like, I need a Azumarill to take out Blacephalon. So I think I have to make the play and double into Sceptile here. I don't think I have a choice. And I think he has to. Like, the game will be a little bit longer here, but he has to make the safe play and go into Milotic. So I'm going to go Sceptile. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's really tough. Sceptile is taking this Toxic Spike damage too, which is making it even harder for me. Do I Dragon Pulse here now? I feel like I do. Because Dragalge is a free sack for him at this point, so it's pretty obvious play. Yeah, because at this point, like, there's not much I can really do. I should have Dragon Pulsed it when I had the chance earlier. That was a play I should have made. Because this Toxic Spike is... If this Toxic Spike wasn't up, Sceptile would be in, like, such a good position to win. It'd still be, like, above 50%, but that Toxic Spike from Dragalge really mattered. So he probably just brings out Blacephalon again, I'm assuming. And at that point, it's tough for me, because now I died 2 turns of poison, and he still has 3 Pokemon left. Milotic's coming in at, like, almost 50, though, which is good. I'm saving Steelix for Lopunny. I know Steelix can beat Lopunny. Unfortunately, I don't have Body Press, but I know Steelix can beat Lopunny. But this position here is like, he basically gets a guaranteed kill if Blacephalon is Scarf. You know? Yeah. I think I have to let Steelix go down. And bring in a Azumarill and hopefully 2 KO Milotic with Facade. I think that's my only play. But at the end, it might still just come down to... I think he wins. I do. So I think my play here is I have to sacrifice Steelix here. I need Sceptile to kill Melodic. If I lose Sceptile, Melodic wins. And I need a Azumarill to kill this Blacephalon, because if I lose Azumarill, then this Blacephalon just wins. So obviously, Steelix is the most expendable. He's still thinking about this turn though, which is interesting. He has to be Scarf, right? My alternative play here is, like, if this Blacephalon is not Scarf, I just try to outspeed it now, and I try to win right now. Is that my play? Is it even worth sacking Steelix here? Because, let's say, you know, I bring in Steelix, it dies to Blacephalon, I go into a Azumarill, and then we're kind of in the same situation where, like, you know, Aqua Jet threatens it out. Even if I get the play right and he doubles into my Melodic and I facade it twice, like, even if that happens, you can still just bring out Lopunny and click attacks. Like, Lopunny won't die to an Aqua Jet from full. And then at that point, it's still just going to come down to, does Blacephalon outspeed Sceptile? So, right? Does that logic make sense? So, like, I'm thinking like 4 or 5 turns ahead right now. But, you know, I sack Steelix here, bring in Azumarill, threaten this thing with an Aqua Jet. He saves Blacephalon, because it's Scarf, I'm assuming, goes into Melodic. You know, assuming I make the prediction right, I click Facade twice, I 2KO Melodic. Best case scenario, right? Then he still goes my Lopunny, which is at full HP at this point, and just clicks, you know, Body Slam or whatever, and, you know, I can Aqua Jet it for chip, but it's not gonna make a difference, because then Sceptile comes in, and then Blacephalon is still gonna be in the back, and it's still just gonna be like, does Blacephalon outspeed Sceptile? So based on all that logic, I'm just going to click Dragon Pulse here, and I think this might be it. Yeah, so it's Scarf. It's okay. So that's going to be GG. Yeah. See, this game was really tough. It really was. Like, the gliscor plays early are really what killed me. I got on the back foot really early with gliscor. I'm going to click Facade here, just to flex. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I got on the back foot really early against gliscor. You know, I should have made the safe play and killed it with... Like, there's definitely things I could have done to stay in this game, but, you know, it was still tough in the end. Like, alternatively, I could have Dragon Pulsed the Dragalge earlier on the Switch. I don't know how much that would have helped me in the long run, because, like I said, he never even brought out Lopunny, you know? So it's tough. It's really tough. But yeah, GG to Trenel, like, you know, he deserves to be in the championship at this point. And good for him for switching up his team so much. Like, I was afraid to switch up my team a bunch, because I thought the stuff that he brought last time had a really good matchup versus me. But he switched up his team a lot. He brought, like, 5 different things, and that really threw me through a loop as well. Like, I didn't expect a gliscor to come at all, because I had, like, 2 ice types and a Azumarill, but the gliscor early game was really good for him. But yeah, GG. And that's it for our FPE season, guys. Oh, I'm sorry it went down like this. That was tough, but, you know, thank you all for tuning in. You know, next season we should have big things in store, so watch out for that. And yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that game, other than shit.